number of people have asked me about my drill press table. This is it right here, and how you can make your own. And obviously I'm not going to go ahead and make another drill press table because I have one, and I have one drill press, so that's all I need. So anyways, what I'll do is I'll show you my drill press table. They're really simple to make, and you gotta have one. Here's a really cool dramatic shot looking up at my drill press. But if you go underneath it, and because this isn't really the best drill press in the world, you see that it comes with this little round table. And I really don't know why they put those little round tables on drill presses, why a regular larger table doesn't come standard on them. But you know, chances are if you've got something like this, you're going to need to make a drill press table. So mine is just held in with 3 bolts on there. Luckily they give you some slots where you can at least attach that. Now here's what it looks like with the fence removed. And I didn't design this project. I get a lot of woodworking magazines and books, and somewhere along the line I came across this design and I really like it. And what it is just you start with one 3/4 inch piece of plywood, and that is your base. Next, all you're going to do is cut a dado in there, and I think that's a 3/4 inch dado. Just take it all the way down on that side, all the way down on this side. The next thing you're going to want to do is take a piece of 1/4 inch plywood. I used oak here just so I could wax it and make it nice and smooth. And you're going to want to cut that the same dimensions as the 3/4 inch plywood. Now, the tricky part about this, and this particular drill press table, the nice feature of it is it has these slide out panels, and I've got a whole bunch of them that I can just slide in there. And just like so. And so then if you drill down too far and it damages them, you just replace that panel. So these pieces will fit in and not fly out. What I've done is I cut a whole bunch of these, and I cut them on the table saw to where you can see this. There's an angle right here. I'm not sure what that angle is, maybe 10 degrees or something. Just a slight flare out. Now, on these top 1/4 inch plywood panels, you're going to want to cut it the opposite direction. So it's got a slight angle going the other way. So then, when this slides in, you can see, well, I don't know if you can see that, how it's held in. So it doesn't come up if I push it. So it's just a really nice feature. So that's kind of the only tricky part. And so you just want to cut a whole bunch of these. Make sure they're all the exact same size. Next, you're going to want to cut down this top piece of plywood, the 1/4 inch plywood. You're going to want to cut out this center section out of it. So whatever size you cut these replacement pieces, you're going to want to cut that same gap in there. And it doesn't have to be exact because when you glue it down, you'll just slide them together. Now you're ready to glue it all down. And what you're going to do is you want to line up the 3/4 inch plywood and the 1/4 inch plywood. You'll have 2 pieces, one piece here and one piece here, and you're going to want to go ahead and set that in there with one of your blanks already set up in there. You're going to line it all up with the 3/4 inch plywood, line everything up, and then you're just going to glue this down to the 3/4 inch plywood. Except you just want to make sure that you don't get glue on the center section, so just glue it up right to that edge. The center section will just be held in there just so that when you line everything up, you know that it's going to fit correctly. Okay, I hope all that made sense so far. So let me continue on. Now let's say that you've already got that glued down. Okay, so you got one piece here glued down, one piece here glued down. This comes out because you didn't glue that down. Don't glue that down. Now what you're going to want to do is when you've got this sandwich together, you're going to flip it over on your table saw, and you're going to cut a 1/4 inch dado at the exact same spot where that 3/4 inch dado was. So let me see if I can get at an angle here where you can see it. So there's a lip here, and so basically you're just making a T-slot through there and through the other side. Now let me take you over to the fence. Okay, so this is the fence. And what it is it is 2 pieces of 3/4 inch plywood that's sandwiched together. It's glued together. But before you glue it together, what you need to do on each piece is cut a dado. Now, I don't know if you can see, this is the center line here. So the dado on each piece is about 1/8 of an inch deep on each side, and it's 3/4 inches wide. And the distance from the end is going to be the same distance that you have on here. Okay, so you've got your slot made and you've glued your pieces together, and now take a trip to the plumbing department of your hardware store and pick up a toilet bolt. Well, you'll need 2 of them. They come in a package of 2, therefore holding toilets to the floor. And they come in different lengths, so get it to whatever length you need. I think this must be about a 4-inch one or so. And it's got a nice, T-shaped head on it. So that will fit right into that slot. And then on the top, the washer will go. And then pick yourself up a couple of knobs, also at the hardware store, that will fit that and screw down just like that. So with the fence made, you've got your toilet bolts extending out just like so. So what they do is they fit into those little T-slots, just like that. So you can move the fence around however you want it, and then tighten it down as needed. On my table, I applied some finishing wax, and I reapply that from time to time just to keep it smooth, and it allows the fence to move back and forth really easily. A couple of things that I really like about this drill press table is that I've got 1.5 inch fence on here, which is perfect for just clamping stop blocks and so forth. And I like the way that it hangs over because I can also apply clamps on the back, as needed. So, a drill press table, you really got to have one if you're going to use a drill press. And so, hey, make your own drill press table, and thanks for watching, and hey, subscribe to my videos too. Bye.
Smoking sign on your cigarette break. It's like 10,000 spoons when all you need is a dime.